Howdy, 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 back at it again. Today's video going to be the start of something I'm going to call Match Analysis Mondays, where every Monday I'm going to try to post some sort of match analysis video. I'm going to try to post more videos per week, just see how channel growth is affected, see what happens. Today's theme idea is going to be taking a look at lower rated players versus slightly higher rated players and just kind of trying to figure out, hey, what are those things that are keeping people in this low MR kind of purgatory? And what sorts of things can we work on if we are stuck there to improve? If you like this type of content, if you want to see more of it, leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you have an idea for some type of analysis you'd like to see, leave a comment and let me know about it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So these are just some matches I pulled off of CFN. Just searched like 1,300 to 1,400 Marisa players in North America. Obviously anonymized it just so, I'm not trying to put anybody on blast. So jump, no anti-air. Jump, no anti-air. We tried. We do punish this, which is good. But obviously this is much more minus than 7. I think we could start with stand medium kick here. And then we do medium gladius. We need to do OD demon here, right? So like, so far, two things. Missed anti-airs, poor combo selection. Okay. Block this. Again, this is much more minus than using stand medium punch. At least we use medium demon here for the Oki. Manually timed, sure. And we could have, just to point this out, oh my gosh. You definitely could just do a medium punch there and get the kill. DI, I don't hate it. Obviously, it's not the best, right? Okay, we anti-air this time. That's good. Mistimed our media, right? We get the chance, and absolutely you can do a command grab here. I will show that off. It works, but we mistimed our Oki. So, like, that's another thing already, right? You're like, okay, just not being tight with the actual execution / mechanics. That could be a reason people are rated more lowly. And again, jump back here. We do not have time to charge this. This is just a bad idea. We should instead probably do heavy kick. Nope, that doesn't even work. Heavy punch probably would. If I landed and pushed it immediately. How minus? Okay, let me just see what this is. This is minus 13, yeah. So heavy punch should work here. You just have to press it at the right time. And then we can get a good combo. Okay, and so we go for that. Not a huge deal. That works out. Again, with this much drive, medium gladius is really leaving a lot on the table. We go for Oki, their reversal. Whatever. And then we're just holding north when we probably shouldn't be. Or was that supposed to be OD? Excuse me, that looks like it was supposed to be OD Scutum, and we just missed down back. So I don't know what control this person's using. But that we get hit for jumping, and then... No, we're just jumping. We're just jumping. Bad punish. I'm going to go ahead and guess that this Minone player is probably looking for level 1. That'd be my guess. I would absolutely do this if it were me. If it were me, I would 100% do that and anticipate that they're matching super. Okay, we're good. And then they land and they match super. So, is what it is. That just got kind of scrambly. I don't think that's anything about this player being lowly rated. Drop to punish, that's a big deal. This is just don't do it. No reason to throw a Scutum from that range. Good Gladius. Okay. I like this. I think this is a fine decision. Nothing wrong with it. Right? Spend it. Get her close to burnout. Again, I'm looking for level 1 here. Generally, players low on drive, low on health. I'm thinking level 1's probably coming pretty soon. But notice, we just get hit a lot on Wake Up. Like, we're just not down backing a ton here. Right? We get hit by low. Now we're jumping, like, now we get hit on wake up again. Then we finally wake up with the DI and it works out for us. So, like, just kind of pay attention to that, right? Okay, missed the anti-air again, we're late. This is punishable and we don't punish it. So now we have to deal with corner defense. Charge heavy punch. Can I talk about this too? About we did medium punch target combo before, and they drive reversaled. So doing drive rush cancel here is really stupid. Like, that's another thing, is just like having a long enough memory that you're paying attention and you're like, oh wait, they like to drive reversal here, so don't spend extra bar. Okay, there we get a punish, which is good. But we dropped the combo. So again, that's a mechanical issue. Mistimed Orochi. Again, that's a mechanical issue. Dropped a combo. Again, that's a mechanical issue. So, like, a lot of this player's problems seem to be just needs more time practicing, right? Drops combos, drops Oki. Like, that's a big deal. You know, you lose a lot of games because of that. Gets the anti-air perfect parry. But hits medium punch, isn't aware, probably could have thrown there and been better off. This is a bad decision, right? Just swinging with that's a bad decision there. That's a good decision. But now we're getting antsy and we're jumping. Right? We're just jumping too much now. And then we like jumped with a button for some reason. Burning ourselves out there, not good. Again, we're just jumping. We're not in command grab range. Right? So there's no reason to be jumping that much. And then we get him wake up. So like, player struggles with defense. And then also struggles with some of the just mechanical aspects. So those are things that I think maybe people don't give enough credit to, especially the mechanical stuff, especially just like the execution standpoint. People don't think of that as like a real problem that people have. Is like, well, I'd be, you know, above 1400 or I'd be 1500 if I just hit all my combos, you know, or if I just never dropped a punish. And I think people underrate that, because that's a good reaction right there. I mean, that's a good anti-air. This is not a punish. We need to not push medium punch here. And again, I would like to see the Oki ender. We also kind of like this charge heavy punch a little too much. This is like something to do once you've conditioned them to stay blocking. But again, what happens on wake up? Right? It's like, we kind of just, okay, miss the anti-air again. Now what happens on wake up? Oh, we get hit. We're holding up. We're so afraid of that command grab. And now we get on wake up again. And now we just do jump into DI. Right? So like, it's their biggest like flaw as a player, right? If I can say the word flaw, but their biggest like area of improvement, I think, is honestly like these defensive situations and then just playing calmer in neutral, right? Like, you don't always have to try to make something happen with a jump, right? Like, you can play less committal, but also like just block, more. Again, this is a pretty normal spot for a low on drive, is a pretty normal spot for people to do reversal super. So just understanding that, especially if they're high, like either really like they've got close to full health or close to no health, that's when people really like to wake up with level 1 here, especially if they've got like a bar or less left. Again, we get knocked down. What do? We just jump and it leads to us taking damage. We don't punish this when we could have punished this. Just want to point that out as well. Like, if I just push medium punch here, I push it late, that's a punish, right? Like, I can absolutely just get a punish there. So knowledge is another big thing, right? And then we jump again because we're trying to make something happen. We get anti-air. So jumping on defense, knowledge on defense, lack of combo consistency, and then just the feeling the need to, oh, I have to make something happen. I got to jump in. I got to drive rush. I got to spend bar. It's like you can walk, right? You just walk, play the game, right? That sort of a thing. On to the next one. Okay, so different player, right? Let's see what issues they have. Okay, so neutral jump when they're at full screen doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And then random OD phalanx doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So that's something you also see with lower rated players is they're not very careful with their bar. They just spend drive like it's nothing, right? So there's 2 bars gone, and we do another phalanx, and we're going to spend 2 more bars here. Then that just doesn't work. You need to dash or something. No anti-airs. I think that's a pretty consistent theme for most players. And we just spend bars. And now we're burnt out. Right? We're just burnt out. And eat the stun. Right? I think the jury probably could have played with her food a little bit more there, but I appreciate it. Again, we just get burnt out. We just get out of burnout here. And then immediately we spend 2 more bars. So this is a player that right now just spends a ton of meter. That jury player is feeling themselves a little bit too much there. Not knowing the right combos. Again, that's something else we can see. Also, just landing a punish counter jump in. You can always go into towards heavy kick. So like you don't need to spend bar there. You can get more if you just do towards heavy kick or back heavy punch into heavy Dima instead. Fail the anti-air, which is hard enough with jury's dive kick. And then we jump out of the corner, which the jury was so convinced you were going to do earlier that they whiffed the DP right in your face. Okay. And again, we just walk back and OD phalanx. And this time it hits, but we still just lost the bar. And now forward jump. Now we just spend more bars. So like we've already spent 4 bars. It's been 10 seconds. Jury goes for level 3, which I think is a reasonable thing to do. Okay. We get hit by the level 3, and what's the first thing we do? We spend 2 more bars. Jury doesn't wait long enough. And then jump in into DI. Jury has no combos, so she doesn't do the right stuff, and then hits the Oki. So, big thing for this player. Spending bar, like just, it's nothing. Not a good look. And then also, again, it's like, walk back to 3-4 screen, and then I'm going to jump or I'm going to phalanx. I'm going to jump or I'm going to phalanx. And then as soon as I feel nervous about anything, I'm just going to spend OD meter. Right? I'm going to spend it to get in. I'm going to spend it on defense. And people just aren't comfortable like actually playing the game or even like wanting to think about what their opponent's doing. Same players, same set, second game. Neutral jump again, round starts. Good tech, neutral jump. That's another thing like that I've noticed is players at this level for whatever reason just neutral jump all of the time. And I never really understand what they're looking for. Right? Just people just neutral jump all the time. And there's that phalanx. So here this jury player is ready for it. Why do you think this jury player is ready for it? One, this is so incredibly slow, but also this Marisa player just like walks back and then does phalanx all the time. So of course it's going to get TP'd. Another common thing, combos. That's a bad combo. This could be towards heavy kick into heavy Dima. You get the same thing, but it's more damage and, you know, no bar spent. Really shouldn't ever cancel that when you do the charge towards heavy kick. There's no real reason to. Wake up with armor again. Jury swings into something, gets hit. So GG's, you won a round, right? I mean, that's good. You won a round. Round start neutral jump. What are we looking for? No one knows. And then we step back, and then we DP. And then we wake up with armor. And we still don't down back. Okay. And then we do scoot him from full screen. Phalanx. Jump back. Neutral jump. Throw tech in. Happens. We're mashing for some reason. Charge Gladius is okay. Now we're just standing still. I don't know if that was supposed to be an anti-air. If it was, we're okay, but... And spend more bar. Spend more bar. And then we're so scared of the DI that we're just like buffering level 3 during a neutral jump, and we just get smacked. Because we're so scared that they're gonna... So scared and convinced that they're gonna stun us that we just mash it. And now, spoiler, I've watched this before. Feels like they get kind of tilted. Okay, walk back Phalanx gets DP'd because that's all they do is walk back Phalanx. So that's another issue if you're stuck in these low ranks, right? I say low ranks. This is still Master, okay? This is still, like, better than a lot of people that play the game. But if you're stuck in kind of this low elo purgatory, one of the issues here is having kind of a single-minded game plan. And here, right? Like, this is another thing. It's just like, you're just at a block string. You can take back your turn, right? You can do Gladius. You can do, like, heavy kick. Or heavy punch. You can just kind of wait for a walk up and try to catch it or something with, like, medium punch, target combo. Or crouch, medium punch, drive rush. Instead, we do back jump and a neutral jump, and now we're just going to do back jump, neutral jump, and we're just going to start jumping because we think it's funny or we're tilted. Or to me, it seems like it says, I can't beat you normally, so I'm going to try to irritate you. That's what this looks like. Oh, now we're teabagging. Like, this to me says like, oh, I can't beat you in neutral, so now I'm just going to see if I can't beat you by, like, making you mad. And the answer is no, because this Dre player just doesn't take the bait. This Dre player just doesn't take the bait. They don't chase him down, right? They don't chase him down. They're not going to get upset because you're tapping down on the controller real fast. They're like, you know what? I'm just going to stay back. And then when you do something stupid, okay, they get hit. Whatever. Dre still doesn't mash. And just waits for the whiff. So I think mental is a big thing, too, of reasons people are down here. And I know this maybe wasn't super, you know, prescriptive. Maybe it wasn't super like, hey, this is what you need to do to get out of low master. But I think it kind of works that way where you can say, hey, you can take a mirror and look and like, okay, is it my mental? Am I getting tilted? How are my combos? How are my anti-airs? Do I understand what I'm supposed to be doing on defense? And kind of things like that, right? What were some of the other things I said? Just mechanical issues, right? Am I hitting the combos in the Yoki that do I practice them enough? Do I take back my turns? Am I neutral jumping for no reason at all, right? So hopefully that was helpful. As always, have a good time.